I'm sure most of you would have heard of Minecraft Dungeons. It was a pretty hype game when it first came out, and it's had a lot of updates. Now, I'm pretty sure a lot of people have tried it, not stuck with it. Maybe because they didn't like it, or they thought it was too hard. But today, this is the first of many episodes of my How to Play Let's Play series, where I'm going to do a playthrough of Minecraft Dungeons while teaching you what I'm doing and giving you tips. I'm not a pro. I've only got about 500, 600 hours on the game. But I want to give you guys something that you guys will benefit from and you will enjoy a lot. So if you do end up liking the video, please like and subscribe, and let's get straight on into it. Okay, hello everyone. So as you can see, I'm on PC, but I'm playing with a controller. And we are going to create a new character. Let's just go with I'll go with this skin. I like this skin a lot. Offline game. Yep, let's go. I think that everyone will benefit a lot from playing Minecraft Dungeons.
No
Let's
doubt
just fix
this
the
is
webcam.
the work of the evil Arch-Illager and his minions. They sweep
Yeah,
across the land
so
like
this
a
is
ravenous scourge, subjugating or destroying all in their path.
This is the intro you get to Minecraft Dungeons.
Time for heroes like yourself.
Pretty
Make
interesting.
haste. The villagers
I usually
have
skip
need of
them. But yeah, anyway. So what are we running? We're on 60 FPS. There we go. Now, if you guys haven't played Minecraft Dungeons before, it's pretty simple. You just run around, you go through certain levels, and you defeat certain enemies. Who cares? I'm just trying to find it. Yeah, there we go. Cool. I always like setting up my cosmetics when I start up. And mob flare we'll just go with this. I'll go with this. So first thing is controls. You'll be able to find them in view controls, obviously, and it will show you whether you're on keyboard and mouse or controller. Yeah, it's fairly simple in terms of controls. Yeah. So, one thing that I would highly recommend doing for anybody who's new to the game or returning is trying out or watching videos of other YouTubers with the new update, or going to the Minecraft Dungeons Discord server and talking to people, because that'll be the best way to learn how to play and get better at the game. Now, I'd recommend playing on controller, just because of the fact that it's easier to do everything except for attack enemies with the Shadow Brew. But that's not really a reason to play on keyboard and mouse anyway. Now, I'd say it's fairly easy, and it's very easy up until when you get to the Apocalypse Plus. So you have 4 levels of difficulty, 3 official ones, 1 that's an extension of the last one. So you have default, which we're on right now. Then we have adventure, Apocalypse, and then Apocalypse Plus. Now, I'd say always never close your mind off to new ideas, because you will often be able to get you'll be able to get a lot of good builds. And oftentimes when people think about, oh no, this is, what do I do, it's very simple. You gotta think, how can I give myself extra health, or make yourself a bit tankier if I'm dying. And yeah, I'll explore that a little bit more later. Okay, so first thing, artifacts. Artifacts, you can have up to 3 artifacts, and you can equip them to either slot. You press one of the buttons. So for controller, it's as you can see down at the bottom, like to the left of the hearts. So I have to press X, and now if you look over to the right of the heart, you'll see the firework. Now that's active, and also I have an enchantment point. You cannot see it because my webcam's in the way. There we go. See the enchantment points over there? So now we're gonna go find the enchantment. Yeah, I'll leave the webcam there, it's fine. So just a quick rundown. These are the enchantments. It says what they do. First off, don't run Pain Cycle. Do not run Pain Cycle unless you have some form of healing. So Pain Cycle is pretty bad. Prospector is good for early game to get a lot of emeralds, but unless you really need emeralds ASAP, just wait until you get like weapons with up to 3 Prospector on them for grinding when you're in a late game. You have Poison Cloud, which is a 30% chance to summon a Poison Cloud that deals damage to enemies in the area for 3 seconds, and per tier you can get 3 damage per second. So that costs 1 enchantment point. The second one costs 2, and the third one costs 3. So overall 6 enchantment points. Also, see how I have Burst Bowstring and Poison Cloud in this spot? When I select one of them, it's going to cancel. That's the only one. That's the dominant one. You can only have up to 3 enchants on one weapon or armor. Poison Cloud's okay. Burst Bowstring isn't good because you only really benefit from when you have extra rolls and when you have tier 3. So I wouldn't recommend doing Burst Bowstring. When you roll, it just shoots an arrow. So out of the two, it's basically Prospector and Poison Cloud. I'm going to go Prospector because it gives me a little bit of just a quality of life sort of thing. Now, so see how the enemy's white? See how the enemy's white now and not? It's got auto targeting. So you can also change the color that the enemies are when you highlight. So it's pretty good. I accidentally touched the stick, so make me auto roll. Yeah, one thing that's awesome about this is I could just be going like this. Oh no, and it will automatically make me spin around and do an attack. Yeah. Yeah, that's about it. Sorry, that was a lot of information. Yeah, and see the yellow thing at the top of the screen? That shows you where the next objective is.
You were too late to rescue the villagers, but don't fret. They're still out there somewhere waiting for a hero to find them.
Yay! We're gonna go find the villagers and free them. Because they're so crazy they got stuck in the first place. Nah, if any of you get the chance, I'd highly recommend reading the Rise of the Archaeology of the Minecraft official novel. Pretty cool. Then you got the Adventure Hub here, which is just seasonal passes, free and paid. Yeah, I completed them already. They're just cosmetics, so yeah. Anyway, and as you can see at the bottom of them, you have the challenges for the week and how long the weekly challenges will last for. Storage chest, this is where you put extra stuff because you do have a limit to how much you can have in your inventory. It's 300, and that includes artifacts, melee weapons, ranged weapons, armor, and artifacts. So this is just a good place to store all your stuff. We'll go into mission select. See how we have these ones are locked. So we have the Adventure Hub, which is right here. You have the tower, which is a place where you go up, you start with nothing, so it doesn't matter if you're max or minimum level, you just go into it and you have to advance up the floors. Does it say how many floors this one is? No, it doesn't. And then you get really good loot when you get to the top. Yes, the tower will be reset for your next tower run. You're not gonna for the tower avatar. Also, if you see here, default mode, adventure mode, apocalypse mode. So yeah, we only have default. So that's what we're gonna just start with. And if you just see right here, the return all eyes of Ender to the stronghold. That's just for the DLCs. Those are gonna stay there until I do it. So as you can see, here's the island realm. So that's DLC number 1, DLC number 2, DLC number 3, DLC number 4, DLC number 5, and DLC number 6. You can't get here unless you go through the stronghold, and I did not mean to initiate this cutscene, but we'll watch it anyway. It's a pretty cool cutscene. Spoilers. Yeah, that's a spoiler. So I'm not going to say what it actually is. You guys will realize it, unless of course you've already watched it. So these are called Endercent, to my knowledge. They're really big Endermen. And see how you needed 6 eyes of Ender? See this now? See how he's got an Ender Pearl in him now? An Eye of Ender? So you need to kill each one of them to unlock it. Yeah, so you gotta kill those in each level. Yeah, Creeper Woods. See how it's also got that camp symbol next to it? So the camp symbol is the captured merchant. So you need to free him. You got to find him and then free him. The Eye of Ender's there. And also, here's the drops at the bottom. It has all the drops, and it will say if you whether you got the drop or not. It'll have a chest where the Eye of Ender is. You can run whatever difficulty you want. Unless you really want it easy, just play default 3 because it's not too hard. And the power bonus you get is a lot better. Because you've got to also think into account, if you level up your power quicker, it means it's going to be easier to defeat monsters. Because the highest power level you can get, I believe, is like 41 for default mode, but the recommended power is like 31. So the quicker you get to that 41 level, the better loot you get. So yeah, they're a lot more tanky. Yeah, and you can't stun lock him. Yes, you can. Oh, I didn't know that. And also, see how the zombies have different variants? So, see how you have the standard zombie right here. Then this is the next one, the one with the dagger. And then the last one's the one with the sword. So, these are like the toughest. Oh, sorry. That was just a thing of TNT. Yeah. TNT aren't very useful because it's kind of hard to put them in the right direction, and they can detonate and kill you as well, so there's sort of no point. Also one thing I wanted to talk about, and there's the pot, so that's good. So, okay. There's a lot to unpack there. So one, I use my health potion right there. It regens over time and it refills your hearts. What else was there? I can't remember. But also, did you see over here shortly how there was a thing called Prospector that popped up and how it came up on the screen? So that'll say what artifacts have just popped up or came into being. What you've just used. And you'll see a lot of them, especially with bigger builds with more enchants. Now here's the Shadow Brew thing. See how I'm on keyboard and mouse right now. And see how I have it, and I'm clicking? I can't actually use the Shadow Brew. But as soon as I press A on controller, it uses it. So what happens is with keyboard and mouse, you click where you want to go, and then you can only swing your sword when you're near an enemy. On controller, you swing the sword as soon as you press the A button. So it means that you have a higher chance of... Well, it means you've got better movement, because also if you're trying to go around a huge group of mobs, it does take a bit of getting used to. And I first started playing on Switch, and I've had 420 hours versus 100 and something on Switch on keyboard and mouse. Also, here's the map. So see how it's all grayed out? This is the area I can go now. So this is where the Endercent is. Yeah. yeah, this is, I don't know if I recommend doing it on your first run, but yeah, it's definitely okay. It just might be a bit difficult for newer players, and I'm probably gonna die here too. Forgot you can't stun lock in. Oh yeah, combos, that's what I was gonna talk about. So see this, see how the sword goes 1, 2, stab? Each weapon has a combo, and that's the end of the combo when it stabs. So then see how here, how it says the damage is 10 to 16 melee damage? 10, 10, 10, 16. So that's also teaches you some of the, so if you see the combo of a weapon, you will also see whether it's good. Certain enchantments work better with faster combo weapons, some of them work better with slower combo weapons. And yeah, and then you also have the the speed, the power, and the area. So the area is just what it does. So some of them swing all the way around you, some of them only shoot directly in front of you. Yeah. And also see this skeleton, see how he's got a red bow? That's the, I forgot about them. That's the high level one. Okay. Okay, chill. They buffed this Enderman somehow. I can tell. Why are you... Oh, that's right, you shoot arrows at him. Yeah, because you can do that in dungeons. Okay. Also, learning the behavior patterns of the enemies is really good. Because see, sorry, I'm concentrating. See how I could sort of like fake him out? So see how he's there? If I keep running away from him, he's going to keep following. As soon as I go near him though, he's going to teleport away. And he's almost dead. Got him. Okay. Now, see how the weapons are rare? So it does extra damage, as you can see. But it also has a higher level. So it does extra damage for that. And because it's rare, it does extra damage as well. Illager's Veins, extra damage to Illagers. Yeah, I mean, it's okay. Only, unless you're specifically going through certain Illager levels in the early part of the game, it's not really useful. Leeching. Defeating a mob heals you a small portion of the mob's max health. 5% of mob's health. So this is essentially auto healing. So I'm missing health right now. See how I just gained 1 health? I should have just gained 2 health. And see how there's a leeching on the side of the screen? And here we go, I got an armor. Level 4 Hunter's Armor. And it will say how much armor it gives you. And what its effects are. So Hunter's Armor gives you extra arrows per bundle. And extra range damage. And see how I have 2 enchantment slots now? So I'm probably going to have Fire Burning because it's pretty good. Or Frenzied while you're at less than half. I kind of want to go Frenzy actually. Because while you're at less than half attack, your melee and range attack speeds are, increased. Yeah, that's pretty good. Especially for early game when you're not constantly healing. Hey, chill. That was pretty clean. And see this guy, see how he's got like a normal bow, but he's, what do you call it? He's tankier. Okay. TNT. See, it went off the other side of the screen. Like, what? That's all 2. And then power boosts area damage, pretty good. Looting increases chance for mobs to drop consumables like potions, so like your swiftness potion, your strength potion, and your shadow brew. And also food items, which heals you. Ricochet, small chance for enemies to ricochet off mobs. Really good with faster weapons, not really good for slower weapons. Every few shots has a timed charge that explodes 1 second after impact. So it'll like stick it to it and then it'll blow up. Out of this slot, I would go looting. Because looting is good for early game and late game. Power is okay as well, up to you. If you have a really strong weapon, then probably power, because then you can just like one-shot enemies. Ricochet is also really good. because it's a bow, because it's a standard bow, look at the speed, it's pretty slow. I wouldn't go few shot. Only go few shot with a couple very special weapons, so yeah. And also see how the things highlighted in white, always look for those things, because you'll find a lot of secret areas and stuff that you wouldn't have known about before. Meow. Dead. And then see how it's an attack? An ambush? Yeah, ambushes are really annoying. I gotta get the creeper. And I didn't even hit him. I gotta get the creeper. Got him. Oh yeah, swiftness potion. And then when after you complete the wave, usually you get a chest. A level 1. So I'm going to salvage it. You can't see the salvage button. The salvage button will... It's right there. Oh yeah, that's right, because I'm a controller. The salvage button's at the bottom. X to salvage, A you get emeralds back for it. So yeah. And also emeralds are emeralds, yay! Emeralds are used to give you, to buy stuff from merchants when you unlock them. Yeah. Yay. See how I'm slightly faster? That's what Frenzies does. And see how I got health from him? Yeah. Leeching's good. Hey, chill. Didn't want that big skeleton. And that's what's also sometimes good. I didn't need to actually one-shot that big skeleton. I could have weakened him with arrows. Oh yeah, launch pistons, so they'll just launch you, obviously. Pretty helpful. Don't know why I didn't lock onto him. So see how he's now almost dead, right? And then I benefit from the leeching effect of my sword. Leveled up again, so I'm gonna put looting. I'm gonna put looting, yeah. Oh, I could have put power. I don't remember there was a chest being able to be here. Yeah, and I haven't even started talking about the different types of monsters yet. There's just so many of them. So you have your skeletons, which shoot, which have variants. You have your zombies, which are melee. You have your variants. You, watch out. But sometimes you can walk off screen into a creeper. So, yeah, just watch out for that. That was looting, by the way. And, what do you call it? You have your creepers. You have your spiders, obviously. They don't have variants. And then I'll show you the other illegal variants. And I hate this. Oh, and I missed. So see, okay. See up there how it's got sharpness and thorns? That's when you look at an enchanted enemy, it'll tell you what they're enchanted with. And watch out, he's just gonna spawn in again. Yes, I know I'm getting damaged. I don't touch the purple stuff. All that'll do is that'll just make you regret everything, because it gives you Void Strike, which gives you, it makes it so you take more damage. Yep, I gotta move. So see how I'm voided? Yep, it's gone now. Thank goodness. This is just a waiting game, essentially. So I'm just walking away, getting health back. I have 300 something arrows, so I'm all good for arrows. You gotta always constantly watch how many arrows you have. Now, I can't shoot him anymore because I am basically one tap by everything. Also, when you use a firework arrow, you don't take damage, so that's really cool. Okay, healed. Now he's done for. Where you going, mate? And it was a ledge. I can't go off a ledge. No. Can I kill him? Can I kill him? Yes, I can. Thank goodness. How much health am I on? You can't see it on controller, but when you're on keyboard and mouse, 2. And you started with 100 plus the 10 that this gave me. A level 4 axe. Now this is different because there's a lot of different weapons. I'll just show you. See how the axe goes? That's its combo. And it's a bit slower, but it has more melee damage. Now it's like, which do I choose? I'm going to go with the axe, because it's got a lot of good enchants. All these enchantments are good for late game. Ambush, attacks on mobs that are not actively target you deal increased damage, which is also pretty good for certain bugs where the monster is stuck, just staring off into space. Committed is really good. The weaker the enemy gets, the more damage you're doing. So if I click this, basically when an enemy's almost dead, I'm going to be doing almost 50 damage on my final combo. And stunning chance to temporarily stun enemies, 5% chance to trigger. Not very good on a weapon that has an attack speed of, that's only 15% chance for it to trigger. So there's a little bit of maths involved in this as well. Committed is what I go with, because the broad damage output you have is insane. And we got a better bow. Level 4. We don't have any enchantment. Yes, we do. Rapid fire, increase the attack speed. I'm not sure if that's the bow actually draw speed or if that's the arrow speed for flying. I'm not sure. I would go with growing, because the fired shots grow in the air, dealing extra damage to distant enemies. So like if I show you, see how big that arrow is? Whoops. See it? And then there's a little, oh, you can't see the little arrow. Anyway. Now I also got to watch out, because now that I've gotten rid of my sword, I don't have leeching anymore. So I got to make sure I don't die to not getting healed, like I get damaged too much. Yeah, also that last attack's a swirling attack. See, I just did 31 on that final combo as well. That was the committed coming in. There you go, 36 damage on the final combo, 31 damage. It's really good, and committed on most, like, yeah, that's an effective use of my artifacts, by the way. Committed is really useful. Like, any situation, committed's effective. I probably shouldn't have stayed there. Also, that pink effect is just a thing that I have to a mob death flare. Level 10 sword, instantly better. And if you see this, see how it does more damage now, and it attacks faster, so why wouldn't you? Weakening, your attack decreases attack damage for all nearby enemies for 5 seconds. So when you hit an enemy, a cloud pops above its head, and then it will have the weakening effect. Weakening, or guarding strike. When you defeat a mob, you are given a temporary shield that reduces any damage taken by 50%. I kind of feel like weakening is going to be better, but maybe guarding strike. I kind of like guarding strike, because I'll always go with guarding strike every time. See how I've got a thing around me now? And I take less damage from attacks. It's so nice. Also see this plate? Pop. That moves pistons. See the piston in the ground? And it's used to do certain lock combos. Now, so see how this is yellow? Those are gateways, so you like travel through the gateways. This is the secret area where you get the this map. When you click on the pedestal, you'll be giving a new mission area, Creepy Crypt, and you'll have to fight a group of mobs. It's not too hard. Oops, almost died there. Guarding strike saved me probably. Axe, I don't need it. Sometimes also the best thing to do is get into a group of enemies, and then when you get always target the weaker ones when you have guarding strike. That's level 3 and it's not rare or anything. He's about to get blown up. He got blown up. 38 damage. Is that because of how much health he has? I don't know. Nah, 17 killed him. Also, stuff stacks. So, I feel like I'm gonna probably get up. Sorry. Sorry, I just explained what I did. Burning every 0.5 seconds damages all nearby enemies. So in this radius, enemies will always get damaged for a certain amount. So, and then you also you have stuff to increase the damage output. I personally don't use a lot of effects such as fire and poison. What's the other one? Fire, poison, and speed. Yeah, anyway. Yeah, I hope you guys are enjoying this. I'm not sure. I kind of feel like I'm doing a good job, but it's up to you guys. If you also have any questions, feel free to just comment and I will respond to it and try and help you with any inquiries you have. There's an axe. It's a lower level, level 4. And see, this is why we played default level 3, because the recommended power level's 10, and I got a level 10 sword. If I was only playing on default 1, I wouldn't have been able to get a level 1 sword. I would level 10, I probably would have gotten a level 4 sword. Also, see how I'm healing? Because I regen from those 2 food items I just got. And also, by the way, we don't have really good artifacts right now. Wait until you get to the later game. You'll see a lot of cool artifacts. As we can see on the map, this is a really that area is like kind of useless to go down, so there's no point. Now I'll teach you a trick about creepers, which is ready. If you travel through a gateway when they're gonna explode, just before they explode, travel back. They explode. But you're already on the other side, so that doesn't make any difference. Come here, boys. Come here. He's dead. And he killed the guy behind him. Is it? They're all dead. Wolf armor. 20% weapon damage boost aura. So it means that you, and the aura, I think it means if someone's actually right next to you, it does affect it, but I'm not 100% sure on that. Weapon damage boost aura, and health potions heal nearby enemies. So you got a thing when you use the health potion, it'll like put out a quick burst around you that heals everybody else. And there's something else here that you may like, and we're gonna revisit levels and find all the secrets in them. See him? It's the village merchant. So here's the base level thing. He sells weapons for an affordable price. Pretty good. Yeah. Really nice. By the way, those white things are trees. Those little white squares on the map are trees, so yeah. Do I like creeper woods? Yes, because the loot pool of enemies is always simple. Also, watch this shadow form. I'll use it on this guy. 139 damage. Which is pretty crazy considering the most amount of damage I've done in Minecraft Dungeons is 1.6 billion. But yeah, anyway. What's this way? You just always got to explore. If you explore the map and you see all the buttons and everything in it, you're guaranteed to find everything. Provided it's in the level. Sometimes I'm not sure about now. I know back when I started playing in October 2020. Yeah, but the game came out like June, didn't it? That same year. Yeah, anyway. The certain levels that had secret levels like Creepy Crypt that I just got before, those levels got you had a chance, not Creeper Woods, but there was a chance those map areas spawned. So like there was a chance you'd get into the level and it wouldn't even spawn. And sometimes the way these auto generate, it makes it really hard to find them, especially for longer levels. But yeah, there's ways to combat that. such as speed running, which I'll teach you guys about later, because I can't speed run yet. Haha, creeper blew up everybody else. Also, you kill animals, they have a higher chance of dropping food items. I feel like I'm saying enough of what I'm doing. I'm just progressing through the level, and to be fair, I probably played Creepy Crypt close to 100 times, probably, maybe even more, because I have an account where I have every single unique in the game, which are a special rarity, which I'll teach you about soon, and well, when I find one. I don't really want to teach you guys stuff that you can't actually see, so I would definitely. Does he drop one? Loot pigs may. No, he didn't. Oops. Yeah, because there's so much I could teach you. I'd rather just actually show it to you guys when I get it. Yeah. So I have an account where I have every single unique, and I had an account that I lost 60 hours on, which was annoying. But yeah. Sorry. So yeah, long story short, I've played a lot of Minecraft Dungeons in my time. Plus, this is the 3rd year coming up. June, or was it July? I don't remember. 2023. It's gonna be 3 years. Now these guys, Illagers, Vindicators. So you have 3 levels of Vindicators. So like they're your melee Illagers. So you have the base level, and they do a lot of damage. There's the base level. You also have your enchanters, which enchant enemies and gives them buffs, which I'm not having right now. So everybody, you guys die. Always go for enchanters first, because they make your life really hard if you don't. I have 1 enchantment point, not going to use it. Now see these guys, how they got purple and gold. Those are the next level up for them. Still took 3 hits with a sword with strength. And I kind of hope we don't encounter the final one. But we'll see. And also, enchanted enemies have effects on them, similar to what the effects do. Some of them like the effects better, and sometimes the effect is like it triggers all the time when for players who are like thorns. No, like deflect. So deflects arrows. It has a chance, 60% at tier 3 for enemies. Enemies that have deflect on, they can't get hit by arrows. There we go, got him. Thank goodness I don't. Yeah, we didn't have to run into him. We didn't run into the guy. I mean, sorry. Which is nice. And also see how there's a yellow thing on the map? Because there's a certain amount of things you need to do before the next gate will unlock. So always look for them. Max level archer. And this is just, these are all default Minecraft stuff that you've seen before. So there's definitely, there's a lot of new stuff. But not in Creepy Crypt, which I'm happy about, because when they add the later stuff, like the new mobs and everything in the later levels, they're quite annoying. And this area I'm not going to go down because it will take me a long time, but that area is essentially just a big long walking area. May have an extra level where you can go into like a crypt, and it will have a chest in it probably. And yeah, so if you want extra loot, you can go in those. I don't want extra loot because it's going to take me a while to do, so yeah. I was lucky I caught the creeper in that AoE. Yeah. No, I got hit, no. You see, and this guarding strike's just so passive in the background, it's just helping me so much. And also, you don't need to kill these monsters. You don't need to kill the monsters in a level if you want to safely. And plus, if I ran through them and then I ran up to this next area and I had to retreat, you got to be careful because you're gonna have to retreat into a group of enemies. Now, see this guy? 4 shots with a bow. That's the max level 1. Well, that guy was farther away, so I had the 25% increase with the. Guarding, growing, but still, you get my drift. I didn't mean. See, I'm spamming the use arrow button right now. And see this? I didn't mean to do that. That was just, yeah, I usually have like a log emote. Yeah! That was actually quite intense. Quite intense. I was gonna say kinda and quite intense. So I said kinda intense. It tells you how much damage you dealt, how much damage you took, how many used items, how many plays down, healing, accuracy, how many mobs you killed, that kind of thing. So it's just random. Yeah, and then you get your chest at the end of the level, which usually gives you an artifact. Boots of Swiftness, love it. So see, so if I press Y now, I use the bow, which fishes in an enemy and it will stun them and bring them closer, so I can then go. Boots of Swiftness, you press it, it gives you swiftness for a certain time, and it's on cooldown now. I use it again. And Boots of Swiftness at level 10 gives you 1.6 second duration. I believe Boots of Swiftness at level 251, which is the max level. Not max. It's the capped level of items you can get. Sorry, it's the max level item you can get. The cap though is at 263 with the tower. So the higher the level, the longer the stun duration, the longer the duration for the effect, the extra damage it does, and then it's got the cooldown underneath it. Boom. Yeah, training dummy can't die, by the way. Yeah, so it's a pretty good way to experiment. Last but not least, the village merchant. He will sell me items for emeralds. The harvester, really nice, and this gets into souls. So, totem of regen, you chuck it onto the ground, has a 25-second cooldown, it heals 104 health in total. It has a big AoE, which probably from me to the mission select board to there, and it's just like a big circle. And it heals you. Harvester, I'm going to buy it. What Harvester does an explosion around you for souls. So if you see down here, that's your soul bar. Each enemy you kill gives you souls, depending on how many. When you kill an enemy, they give you a soul. But if you have a soul bow, a soul armor, a soul melee weapon, plus 3 soul artifacts, plus 2 enchants, 3 enchants, sorry, on all the enemies that give you soul. Each of those individual souls from killing enemy will give you up to like 9, 12 more. So souls are kinda meh mid-game, but when you get to end game, they become really useful and you can get really strong builds with them, and they're just used for artifacts. So also one thing, see how my weapon damage is white? When you have a strength buff active, it's red, or when you deal like a critical hit. Soul damage is purple, lightning damage is blue, fire damage is red, poison damage is green. So it's good to, it'll tell you what it is. So some things it's just a clarifier. If I do this, look at the size of the arrow, it's huge. Look at the size of the normal arrow. That's a big arrow. Okay, well that's it for the first Minecraft Dungeons How to Play Let's Play series. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys did enjoy, comment on it, tell me what you thought. If you guys have any questions or queries for me, please tell me. I'll be happy to answer them as the best I can. go check out the Minecraft Dungeons Discord server, link in the description down below. Great people, a lot of really good players that have done a lot of maths on the levels and on the enchantments. So go check them out. And yeah, as always, I hope you enjoyed the series. I hope to do more of these. I will do another Minecraft episode later. But yeah, peace.